Hello, everyone. I'm going to go live and talk about the mini album that I'm creating and do a little crafting. So, if you're watching the replay, you may want to fast forward a little bit as I'm going to wait for some folks to join. So, I'm just going to wait a few minutes. Hello, hello, hello. I see we've got a couple people. Hope you're doing well. Hold on. Sure, and then home you going to be. Yes. Okay. All right. So again, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to see if anybody joins, but I'm working on a mini album and I thought I would come on and kind of share with you what I'm doing and pick out the paper. Well, hey, Denise. Hey, Amy. How you girls doing this Saturday? Well, hello, Bertha. How's it going? Yeah, Amy, it's Denise. You got it right, girl. So I just posted, well, hello, Mom. I always get your name wrong, Mom Munson. What is your first name? I'm so sorry. I know you've told me before. It's my bad. So I just posted a video. Nettie. Okay, hi Nettie. Thank you. On how to add magnet closures. So if you guys are interested, you can go watch that video. So, and hopefully that helps some people. I know everyone has their own way, but I know some people have asked me, so I thought, oh, I'll just come on and show you how I do mine and tell you where I get my magnets and chipboard and stuff, which is in my Amazon links. So I thought I would come live and talk about the paper since I haven't picked it out yet and get your guys's opinions. Hey, Kathy. Okay, so let's talk about some paper. Let me kind of get this a little bit better organized for you. I mean, my goodness, get the mini album. The design is done. It's 9 by 6.5, so the actual cover will be 9.5 by 7. Did you move your camera? No, is it different? I mean, it's always moved because I kind of mess with it. Does it look better or worse? And I can zoom in if, well, I don't know because I don't know. I get confused with that. Okay, so I recently got this really pretty collection by Cartabella, which I love, called Practically Perfect. Here's what happens to me is I'm like, oh, I want to do a mini album or whatever. Well, then I go design some big honking design that's going to take a lot of paper. And I'm like, dang it, I only have one of these collections and I believe there's 12 sheets. It is so pretty, Amy. I love it. I think I did a haul on this. Oh, well, hello, Sarah. Welcome. You are different on phone then, but I don't ever film on my phone, girl. Maybe it just looks different. I don't know. Anyway, so this is a beautiful collection. It has like cupcakes and tea and macaroons and a carousel horse, and I just love it. So this is an option, but I'm worried I won't have enough paper. So then my next option is I recently got what is this called? Good Day Sunshine by Echo Park. I ordered these two at the same time. I want to say from Scrapbooking for Less or cheapscrapbook.com. I can't remember. So, oh, your phone. Got it. Duh. Hey, Marcy. So this is super cute too because it's sunshine, it's summer. You got bicycles, flip-flops, swimsuits, a little cute retro camper. Again, I have one collection. Like, what am I? Why did I design a big honkin' mini album? So, not sure about these two. However, wait till you see this. So, a very, 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 very long time ago, like a long, probably a year, I ordered a collection, probably off scrapbook.com. Don't really remember, but it was online. Since then, Tuesday Morning has gotten pieces like ephemera and stuff in of this. It is the My Mind's Eye Penelope. I love this collection, and I've been saving up. I got several elements. I'll pull them out when I originally ordered it, and since then I've been lucky enough to find some pieces at Tuesday Morning. So I've picked it up here and there. My original thought, I know, Marcy, my original thought was I got this for Lily, my little grandbaby who just turned 5, because I wanted to make her a princessy, type of thing. And I absolutely love this collection. Hey, Debbie, how's it going? So if you guys don't mind, this is what I want to use for my big honkin' mini album that I just designed. So here's the thing. Let's look and see, because it was a long time ago, how many pages we have in here. And if I don't have enough, I will just have to order some more because I really, really love this collection. But I have the 6x6. Now, here's the thing. The mini album, as I mentioned, the base pages are 6.5 by 9. Had I been smart, I would have done 6.25 by 9, because then I could have done a 6. Like, you get more life out of your 12 by 12. You know what I mean? But I didn't. So here's what we got. Let's look at the paper, and I'm going to show you all the elements that I've gotten. Okay, so, and hopefully we have, I think we're going to have enough. But I love that there's glitter, you guys, on this. And you do get 2 of each, which I think is awesome. Like, this would make a nice cover, maybe, So, yeah. I still haven't finished my mom's mini album. Just so much going on. Oh, sure. I'm trying, though. I got my chipboard, the heavyweight cardstock. Oh, good, good, Amy. Very good. And then these beautiful stripes. And girl, if you need any help or have questions, just let me know. Not that I'm oh, there's 3. Maybe I ordered more than one collection, right? That would have been good. I love the brown princesses because oh, that's sweet. Look at these hearts with one gold glitter heart. And then I love the polka dots. They're pink and kind of an ivory. I'm okay that my base is white. There's a little bit of kind of an ivory cream, but on some of it, there's a little bit of white. So I'm not going to worry about that and be all freaked out about that. Oh, sure, Amy, anytime. Look at this, you guys. Look at these swans. They're so pretty. These 2 are kissing. This one has its little head down. They have little crowns. So they're really, really cute. Aren't they sweet? And then more wonderful little polka dots on the back. And then we've got this gorgeous sheet, which has a lot of gold foiling. I'm going to move it closer for you, but as you can see, and I'm sorry if the lights flicker, it's because when I move the paper around, I have the blinds open, so it's natural light, because I do think that's better than my other lights. But anyway, these are like banners, like at a castle, right? And crowns and stuff, and then these gorgeous stripes on the back. Marcy, I ordered about a year ago online. I think it was scrapbook.com. I don't remember. And I got a bunch of this collection. I'll show you the other pieces in a minute. And so that's where I got it. And then recently, Tuesday Mornings had like ephemera packs and stuff that I've been picking up. I know, Debbie, they're just so cute. And it is nice that I must have ordered more than one or something, which is great, because I need these papers for this collection. Again, this has some gold foiling. These are just the princess crowns. Oh my God, look at it. It's so cute. Little hearts, little crowns. I think this is just going to be a really cute. Oh, I know what I love this. See, are there only 2 of this one? I don't know what I ordered, but this has the gold glittered stars and top roofs of the castle. Oh, she had surgery. Okay, honey. Well, Amy, have a great weekend, sweetie. Thanks for stopping by. Marcy, I know I have the ephemera 6x6 too. So I'm going to show that because I have some other pieces as well. And then these are stars and I love it. I don't know why there's only 2 of these, but that's okay. All right. I'm sold. I think this is going to be a very, very cute album. And my little Lily is just going to love it. She is just going to love it. I have a gazillion and one pictures of her. So, of course, I'll fill it up. All right. So, let's look at all the extras that I've gotten. So, these are enamel. They're pins, but I think you could kind of use it kind of like a brad or something maybe. Anyway, I'll figure out a way. You could cut that off, use it as a metal sticker, but look how cute. You got the mirror, the swan, the crown. Oh, and the little princess. Isn't she cute? So we got that. Now, this is a pack of 54 count mixed bag. We'll be looking at that, which I have a couple of those. Is this the same one? Mixed bag with gold foil and gold glitter. Yeah, these 2 are the same. I know I have some ephemera packs that I haven't, that are kind of worse. They're not in, I didn't put them in this thing. So I'll have to pull those out, which is no big deal. These, you guys, are the puffy stickers. And I love it. And I'm with you, Marcy. We represent all princesses of the world. I love it. So, and Lily will love that too. So yeah, I love that so much. And the crowns and everything. Isn't it cute? So I got 2 of those. And then 2 of these. These are the cardstocks. Well, they don't feel like cardstock, but they're the sticker elements, right? So really, really cute. I like to take these, especially when I make a mini album. I will back them up on heavy duty cardstock and then fussy cut them. You can use them for swing tabs. You can use them for little tuck spots or just as make an embellishment, right? So they're really cute. I love this twinkle with like the little scrolls. So cute. So that is the collection. And then like Marcy said, I got the, and see, like we didn't see this. There's more patterns in the 6x6. So let's just, like, I don't recall seeing this one. I love the little princesses. They're just so cute. I don't think we saw this. So that's kind of nice that there's more designs in the 6x6, right? I'm kind of seeing if there's any other ones that we didn't see real quick. So there's 2 of each. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I wish I would have designed 6 1/4 instead of 6 1/2 because on the big sheets, I could have cut right down the middle. But I'm going to make it work. It'll be okay. Because what I was figuring is with the 6x6, there are some elements in here. I'll show you a good example, like this one, where this is 8 mats, because you got 1, 2, you got 4 of these. So matting on each side. Well, I can certainly use the 6x6 on those. So I'm going to incorporate these, and especially those designs that are not in the 12x12. So that's how I'm going to handle that. So what do you guys think? I think it's a good plan. I haven't magnetized everything, but again, everyone's mind is creative and works differently. So sometimes I like to explain like how I think in the order I go, which is always not perfect because I make a lot of mistakes, but it's good to see my mistakes so that it helps you guys out. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's on anybody's comments, Instagram channel, whatever. It's always good. Well, thanks, Marcy. All right, girls. So here's what we're going to do. The fun stuff we're not going to get to yet, obviously, because we got to do a lot of matting, right? So I'm going to set this aside. I just really love these, you guys. I wonder if Tuesday Morning had these. Does anybody know? They were having a lot of some of this. Like, this is the mixed bag, but they have the ephemera, which it's in my stash. Oh, I want to show you something else. So along with, oh God, Mary Beth, I'm knocking. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My phone fell. Along with, hi, Kathleen. The collection stuff, it's always fun to mix other things in. Look at these beautiful gold frames. I got a square and an oval. well, kind of almost a rectangle, but it doesn't matter. Resin frames. I like that they're kind of thick. And I got these at Hobby Lobby. They were 50% off. So instead of $3.99, they were what, like $1.99, like $2, right? So I figured that's not bad. And this would be fun because they're gold to incorporate in. And I'm sure you guys do that too. I just like to discuss it out loud. It helps me remember. So, you know, I'm going to definitely be using that. I got pretty rims, trims, seam bindings. You know, I love to mix textures in as well. So one of the cool things about mini, well, let me back up. My very first project when I started crafting was a mini album. So for me, and I don't know how you guys are, but for me, it's near and dear to my heart because it was like my first thing I learned, right? So I love, like now I'm trying to make, hence the word trying, to make traveler's notebooks. I love making happy, you know, loaded bags and embellishments and just expanding. Like I really, really love doing that. And I'm getting more into die cutting. And by the way, I have some dies now that are kind of princess themed that I have to remember to use because that would be good for embellishing, right? I know. I can't wait either. Oh my goodness, Kathy, it's probably going to take me forever. But I'm going to work on it and try to get it done as soon as I can. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? Oh, anyway, near and dear to my heart because it was the first thing I learned. So there was another place I was going with this, but now I forgot. It'll come back to me. No big deal. All right. So let's take a look. So now I did magnetize this front and there's a booklet that goes in the back. What did I do with that booklet? Hold on. See, I keep losing the dang booklet. I don't know if you guys saw, I just posted that video. So if you're interested, but you'll see it here on how I do my closures. Where is the booklet? Give me 1 second. It like fell out. Oh, there it is. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this very first page, and it's going to show up better once I start putting paper on it. The video I just did where I just was showing how I lay down magnets. I've already magnetized that. This is the first page. So we've got, you know, the flaps that open up and then the whole thing opens up. And I want room because I really want to put a lot of pictures of Lily, right? And then I've got this little flap where I thought I could have like a journaling spot and a pocket for whatever, right? Hey, Sassy Pants, thought you were cruising. Hey, Jenny. Oh, you're talking to Marcy. I'm like, what? Okay. Anyway, all right. So then when you flip it over, nothing to magnetize here because it's, sometimes I like these really, is it narrow pockets, I guess, not as wide, especially to hold a booklet. How cute is that? So I have a booklet that goes in there. I've magnetized the front, but I could either magnetize everything, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some seam binding or ribbon on this one and do a closure that way. So I think I've decided there, you know, so we'll do that. So let's start with this first page. Here's, you know what I should do? Let me ask you guys, I can do it either way. Do you want me to make the chipboard cover first? Because I don't mind. And I've done that before though live and you guys have seen it. Or do you want me to start matting? I mean, either way, it might be boring to you, but I just thought it would be fun to come on here and chit chat with you guys while I'm doing this. You know what I mean? Or would you like me to do something else? I'm open to anything. Is there anything you want to see? Well, thanks, Kathy. That's real decisive. No, I'm just kidding, girl. You're cute. She says, I'd like to see either one. So I know it's fun. You're learning. No, I know everything. Hey, Lauren. Thanks for watching my video. I hope that does help. Okay, well, then let's get going. You girls are great. So, well, let's do a magnet so that you can see it live with me, and then we'll move on to something else because that's really quick, okay? So this one's done. I'm going to move to my second page to adhere a magnet, okay? So let's see. This is my first page. I always have to do this to remember how it goes. And then this is my second, and then my waterfall. Or no, my waterfall's first. See, this is why I have to do this. Okay, so this is my second page. Oh, Debbie, you're sweet. So I've got a waterfall that goes like this. It's sideways, which is kind of fun, right? And just so you know, hopefully I thought about this when I made it. Yeah, I did. It's 6.5 by 4.5. Mary Beth thought, because I'm going to mat it and then you can put a 4x6, right? Which would be really cute. Well, hello, Carol. How are you, sweetheart? All right, so we've got these to mat and everything, but I want to think about my closures. So there's a couple ways. I mean, you could just magnetize the whole thing down each one. But what I like to do, and this will be fun for you guys to see, is I'm going to take, I don't know if this will be the size, but I'll take a piece of paper. I'm going to adhere it down, you know, however, I'll score it. And then I'll put it up like this, and then a magnet underneath, and that's my closure. So that's what we're going to do right now, okay? And I don't see why this, well, let me look. Let me see. I got a bunch of scraps over here, so I'm kind of trying to see which one I really would like. And I'm leaning towards that one, or, hold on, this one's already shorter. This one will work. I don't think I even need to cut it. So let's use that one. That makes sense. Save me some time. So that's why I keep, when I'm making, and I'm sure you guys too, I try to keep all these scraps, because as I'm moving along, like I said, I like to back stickers on cardstock. So I will use this up as I go. Okay. So I'm going to measure a little bit, because I am kind of anal retentive that way. So I want this to go up to about here for my closure. Okay, and so where do I need to score? Just trying to make sure I'm going to score in the right spot. So give me a quick second. Sorry if I'm not watching comments. I'm going to score at 2.25. Okay, so that's easy enough, right? And again, this is a different closure, and I love showing people different closures because it's fun. Because when I was learning, I mean, I used to watch a lot of mini album tutorials, and I would follow them, and that's how I learned. And then once I did that, it's like, you know, you just start, I don't know, you just start kind of, oh, I'm following this tutorial, I'm going to make a change, and you start creating your own design. And the next thing you know, about a boom, you're creating your own mini album. And that's fun. It's just a lot of fun. So now I scored only one spot at 2.25, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to score an 1/8. Now you don't have to. I'm trying to think if I need it. I don't know if I need a little gusset, because I don't know how thick this will be. I'm going to mat all of them and then put pictures. So I'm going to score 1/8 after the 2.25. So 2.25, and then 2 3/8, just to give it a slight little gusset so that it'll hold everything together, if that makes sense. You're a layout. You could do it though, Marcy. Everyone can do it. I can't do. I haven't even tried a layout. I really want to. I keep watching, like, what's her name, Missy Whidden, I think, or what. She's amazing. I love watching her. She does a ton of layouts, you guys, and she uses a lot of mixed media. What size white paper cardstock did you use? I used 8.5 by 11, but I made my base pages 9 by 6.5. Is that, I hope that's what you're asking. So you certainly could use 8.5 by 11. You don't have to use 12 by 12, if that makes sense. So easy peasy on that. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be putting my, let me fold that out. I'm going to be putting my little base piece right here. Okay. I eyeball the center. You could measure it, whatever. Now, what I do for something like this, I kind of overboard on adhesive, because it's actually a closure and holding things down. So what I'll do is I'm going to use some double-sided tape, and then I'm going to put glue over that double-sided tape. And there's 2 reasons. One, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room because of that wet glue on top of it. but two, it makes it like double strong in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I will show you. I hope you guys can see okay. All right, so let me get your stuff together, Mary Beth. So this weekend, let's see. This weekend we're celebrating my husband and my dad, both their birthdays were on May 8th. And then, as you know, last Sunday was Mother's Day. So, what we decided to do, because my sister in law was working all last weekend, is tonight we're going to my mom and dad's, having dinner, cake and ice cream, all that. And then we're going to be playing cribbage, some card games. So, it'll be fun. Okay, Marcy, have fun. Have a lot of fun. You need to organize my craft room so I can grab. I know, Carol, girl, we're all with you there. We get it. I feel like I'm always having to maybe not reorganize, but kind of, and just the next thing you know, it's a disaster when you're making a project. I mean, come on. It's like I try, but it is what it is. So we're all there with you. Okay, so I put some double-sided tape down. I'm gonna release it. I like to use my little pokey tool. If someone asked me what craft item could you not live without, one of them would be on the top of the list would be my pokey tool, because I use this for a lot of things. And one of the things I use it for is releasing the backing on my score tape. Or double-sided tape. It just is so easy, right? So there's that. And then, like I said, I'm going to use a little bit of wet glue right on top of, a little bit. I poured a little bit too much. Right on top of this, for those two reasons that I was just talking about. Okay. I'm going to turn it this way because it's easier for me to eyeball and try to get in the center. I'm not worried about perfection, but I am kind of trying to get into the center as much as I can. And there we go. And then what I'll do is burnish it down. By the way, the other thing I do, and you guys probably do too, but I love, and I buy cheap ones, non-fragrant baby wipes. And I just literally set out a few to dry. They don't take long, an hour or something. And they're lint, I never get lint or anything. So I love using these. What's the dry time on? Oh, like 2 seconds. It's dry. Well, I did have double-sided tape too, but it's super quick. Super quick. Okay, so that's where we're at. And again, it's just an eighth of an inch gusset, because by the time I put mats, photos, it may be up here and I don't want it to be smushing and, so that's always a good thing to do. All right, let's put a magnet down. What do you say? This is easy peasy. Where are my magnets? Let me close my glue real quick. Here they are. Okay, and so this is what I was talking about in my video. If you want to go watch my magnet video that I just posted. Where's the end of my tape? Don't you hate that? I used to use basic gray magnets, and they're awesome. They are very, very good. They're self-adhesive, which is nice too. Although, even though they were self-adhesive, I still put tape over them. But here's the thing. They're pretty darn expensive. At least for me, I thought they were kind of expensive. I shopped around for magnets, you guys. I went through all different kinds of magnets, and then I found these. And I'm only telling you guys this because I want you to learn from me spending a lot of money. And I absolutely love them. Couldn't tell you the brand name, but I have an Amazon link right to them. You get 100 of them for, I don't know, $10, $9, something like that, which is a really good deal, because basic gray, I want to say it was like $10 for like 20 of them or something. You know what I mean? So you get a lot more. And I think they're fantastic. They're very thin. They're super, super strong because they're that neo whatever. All right. So what I do is I cut 2 little strips of double-sided tape, as you can see right here. I just stick them on my finger like that. And they just have to be big enough to cover the magnet and kind of a little bit out. Now, here's the thing. You could use these are extremely small. You could use a 1/4 inch width tape. I prefer to use half, because then you got a little bit more on each side and you can squish it down, and I'll show you that. So here's what I want to do. Now, I know I'm going to put my magnet here and it's got to adhere here, but you got to be careful. If I put my magnet here, for example, I'll show you. I'm going to grab 2 magnets. There's 1, 2. Let me set those out of the way. Let's say I was like, oh, I'm just going to put it there, Well, what would happen is it would adhere in the middle. It wouldn't adhere to the top. You don't want that. So you do need to determine, okay, I can adhere it here and I would be safe. The other thing is when you adhere it, you don't want it to be too close to the end like this. I hope you can see that. The end of the paper. And here's why. When you go to mat, and same over here, you want to be sure that you're way covering up that magnet, right, with your matting paper. So there you go. So that's just another tip. So, and believe me, that's from me learning the hard way. So I know I'm going to want to be in this vicinity because here is the end of my first, waterfall piece, and I want enough room to be able to mat. Okay. And when I do this, I've got plenty of room on this one, so I'm not worried. So I could even scooch it up a little bit more and be safe. So that's where I'm going to place my magnet. Okay. Good, Nettie, because I love them. I wouldn't tell you guys, I'm always honest about that. And I'm not sponsored or anything anyway, so it doesn't matter, but they're good, and they're good for the price. Okay. So what I do is I put my magnet down. I take one of my pieces of tape. Now, keep in mind, it's sticky on this side and it's not on this side because we have not pulled any releasing off. So you use the sticky side and you go down on top of your magnet like so. And then I really press in around that magnet. And that's why I like to use a 1/2 inch rather than a 1/4 inch, because it really covers it well. So that's my suggestion there. Okay. And then all you do is you got your other piece, smooth side, sticky side. And oh, yay, Sandra, hey. And then you take your magnet, okay, and you sticky side facing up. You put your magnet on the sticky side, kind of in the middle, like that, okay? Then don't put it sticky side down. Put it sticky side and magnet up. This is the smooth side on the other side where we have not released anything. That's what you want to put on top of here. It'll find it. See? It just finds it because it clicks. Okay? So you just lay it down like that. Perfect. And then you just go like this and burnish it in. Okay? And then you pick it up, and there's your magnet over here and your magnet over here. And we've got our closure for our waterfall. See? Yay. Now, I did cut my piece a little bit too long, my tape. It's not a big deal, but I'm just going to fold it up a little bit like that and maybe cut it very carefully. I mean, that's not a big deal. Okay, there we go. It was just a sliver too wrong. There you go. So that's really easy. And, again, that's just how I do it. But there are a lot of ways to do it. So that works for me. All right. So we've got the waterfall adhered. Next is I need to figure out, okay, what type of closure would I like for this big flap? Okay. I got my pocket here. I don't need magnets anywhere here or closures. I just need a closure for this flap. So there's several ways to do this. You could do a ribbon closure where you would put, this is by the way, the base pages, it goes on the hinge this way. There's a hole. And then this is the top where you could put a photo mat, like a pocket. So this is where we'll adhere it, or, put it on a hinge like that. Boom, boom, boom. You're so welcome. And then this is where you could put, it's a pocket. You could put a photo mat, whatever. So the reason I'm bringing that up is if you wanted to do, let's just tie a pretty bow, whatever, you could go into where this big pocket that goes all the way through to the hinge and put your ribbon. You would have to kind of carefully put a little bit of double-sided tape, whatever, and put your ribbon, seam binding, whatever on that. And then it would go over around. Okay. You can't just put it on here because it won't close to here if that was your goal. But what I'm going to do is just some magnets on this one. That's what I've decided I want to do. So I'm going to do 2 because I really want it. It's a pretty big piece. It has a lot of weight because of this. So I'm going to do 2 on this one, if that makes sense. You wouldn't have to probably because they're super strong. I just like to, if I'm going to put all this work into a mini album or something, I really want it to be, you know, as best as I can make it. Oh, thanks, Sandra. So I'm going to put one here. Oh, oops. And I'm going to put one, let's see, right there. Just want to make sure I'm not going to go weird on that pocket. Okay. And I'm clear. I'm clear for takeoff. I'm such a dork. All right. So anyways, what I was saying is, so that's our plans tonight. And it'll be nice to spend time with my parents and my brother and sister-in-law, you know. My brother is an auto mechanic, you guys. Oh my God. Richie and I are by choice a one-car family. It's just my husband and I. I work remote from home. And I forgot to get my tape. My husband is in school online full time. We're home all the time. There is no reason for us to have, you know, like 2 car payments. That would just be stupid right now, you know? So we have 1 car and we've never had an issue. You know, if I have a doctor's appointment, we've never had a conflict. I mean, it just always works out, right? Well, our car is a 2014 and, you know, there's no more warranty. Of course, the warranty runs out. Everything is happening to this dang car at this point. Oh, it's so frustrating. So anyways, my brother, oh, I forgot to put the magnet on. My brother is a mechanic and he's going to be, you know, at my parents' tonight. So yeah, I'm like going to be like, Tim, can you please take a look at our car? I know, Sandra. It's like, what? And we took it in 2 weeks ago because we were having an issue. And they said, oh, it's just the battery, but we'll do a diagnostic test. So that cost like $300 for them to put a new battery in and to run this diagnostic test. Nothing else wrong. I was okay with that, even though I thought $300 a little expensive, but that's okay. It's better than if something crazy was happening, right? So we're like, okay, woo, that's awesome. New battery. They did the diagnostic test. It only cost us $300. You know, we're good. We're good. We're going to keep this car and make it work for as long as we can, right? Well, that was 2 weeks ago. Starting 2 days ago, the check engine light's on and it's stalling and it's not even like reliable to go to the dang grocery store. Like I'm freaking out about it. And they're thinking it's a computer issue. So who knows? We may have to get a new car. I know. I think so, Sandra. It's like, boom, warranty's out. There you go. Everything goes to heck in a handbasket. Anyway, okay. So hold on. I think my phone fell. Give me 1 second. I have some text real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. Denise. Okay. So here we go. Look. Nice, right? Very good. And then on this side, now here's where I made a mistake. And I did it on the first page as well. So I really want to point this out because I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. As I was designing, okay, I'm like, oh, this will be cute. I want this flap to be on top. It has the pretty border. And then this flap opens up this way, right? Well, I want to put a magnet. If I wanted to put a magnet, I got to go a little bit closer. If I wanted to put a magnet, I didn't leave enough room. I mean, it's barely enough room to lay a magnet down. And what's going to happen is when I go to mat it, that magnet's going to show. So in this case, I'm not going to use a magnet, I think. I mean, I could make it kind of work, but I think what I want to do is, let me think about this. I got to think. I think I'm going to do a swing tab, okay? And with a swing tab, you can magnetize that to make it stronger. Do you guys know what a swing tab is? Because I didn't for the longest time. Oh yeah, it was like $100 for that, and then a couple hundred for the battery and them to put it in. It's ridiculous. Okay, Lauren, don't worry because I didn't know either for the longest time. What it is like you could use a piece of chipboard and put something pretty on it, like cut it like this, or make it round, die cut it, whatever shape you want. Okay. And what you would do is you would put it here. Now, just pretend it's smaller and or about this long, and you would adhere it with a brad typically, okay, like that. Yes, I could, Debbie. Great idea. I may do that, but you could adhere it with a brad like that, and then when you do that, it'll turn and close it, and that's why it's called a swing tab. Now granted, I wouldn't have it this long, but I think you get the idea. So that's what a swing tab is, and it's really cool. And then if you want to magnetize it, what you do is you still use your brad, but when you go like this, you have a magnet here and then a magnet here. So the swing tab clicks. It's pretty nice. And that's what I would do. So I'll probably do a swing tab, but I won't do it now. I'll do it after I mat this cover. I'll put the swing tab on, poke a hole, and then I'll put the brad through. But this part will not be matted because I'll have that brad I need to cover up. Does that make sense? And then I'll put the magnet before I cover this piece. Then I'll cover it and we're good. So it's kind of a few moving parts, if that makes sense. So I won't do that quite yet. I'll have to do that when I know what paper I'm putting on so I can figure out kind of what kind of swing tab I want. And again, where are those stickers? Let me grab these. Or a piece of ephemera or a hingy thing. I mean, you can use anything. But like, see this believe, this circle? I could make that a swing tab. It goes like this, it goes like that, and you would put it on something really kind of heavy, chipboard or heavy cardstock or what couple pieces of heavy cardstock, and so usually that's what I do is I use a cute sticker that matches or something, a piece of ephemera or even a piece of the paper. So just some tips that, I do. Okay. So, all right. Not to bore you with more. Now, this magnet is going to be easy because I'm just going to put it here, but I will put a magnet here and a magnet here to keep these flaps down. And then they open up like that. Okay. But I'm not going to bore you with that right now. Okay. So going back to this, this is the very first page. Remember, and we magnetized it. And then we have, I forgot to magnetize the bottom. I did this part, but I forgot to magnetize this flap going like that. So let me do that really, really quick. And then we'll move on to something more interesting. I know, Lauren, I can't wait either. Well, good. I'm glad the tips are helpful. Again, I only started, I don't know, roughly 2 years ago, I started paper crafting, but mini albums were the very first thing I did and that I learned. And, I made a lot of them. And so that, I learned from my mistakes. Believe me, I still make mistakes. We all do, but you know what I mean? So I'm going to put this one right here and the smack dab is going to be covered up by paper. Perfect. So, it's always good to share what we've learned, right? How many babies? Grandbabies? 2. Well, okay, 4 technically, because I have 2 step grandbabies that are my grandbabies. So my biological Lily just turned 5 and Delaney she is 8.5 months. Almost May 31st, she'll be 9 months. Then my son, his girlfriend, they have Delaney together. His girlfriend has 2 amazing babies. Gracie is 10 and Atticus is 9. So all 4. I don't consider them stuff or whatever. They're mine. They're mine. So yeah. And I love I go by Mimi. And I love being a Mimi because when Lily was born, I was in like my early to mid 40s and I was like, no, I'm not going to be called grandma. So, I have a good friend, one of my best friends, and she became a Mimi grandma at a young age, and she goes by Grandmama, and I think that's cute too. So yeah, that's how. And so I have three children. Zachary's my oldest. He's the daddy of Lily and Delaney and stepdad of Gracie and Atticus. My middle child, Nicholas, is 28, and he's getting married in October, and they don't have children or anything. Oh, I'm telling you, you are so right, Nettie. And then my baby girl is 22, and she's just having the time of her life. Let me tell you. All right, so we got that down. Okay, let's do the chipboard cover. I think that would be helpful because I think we all know how to cut out mats, right? I mean, it's going to be fun to see the paper, but let's do the chipboard cover. And then this little booklet goes right in here. Yeah, this is going to be cute. Oh, I didn't mean to move my camera. And I hope my little Lily will love it. She likes to craft with Mimi. We do a lot of crafting together when she comes and hangs out. So she's so much fun. All right, let me move get some stuff moved out of the way. Okay, so here, and I've got some tips on this too, but everybody, they all can, people do their own thing. So I've got a couple pieces of medium to heavy. I like heavy weight chipboard. Now, again, I have a link to where I get my chipboard. You can get white, black, or craft. I think craft is a slightly cheaper, and I would do that because it doesn't matter, because in my case, I cover it all up anyway, so who cares what color it is, right? So, hey, Linda. Oh, Debbie, you're Gigi. North Dakota. Oh. Where are you at, Debbie? Linda, hope you're doing good, girl. Sandra, me either. No, grandma. It's Nana or Nana. Yeah. My husband is Poppy, Mimi and Poppy. And their great grandma is Nana, which is on my ex-husband's side. Not my mom is called grandma, great grandma. But I wanted her to be called Gigi. I thought that would be cute for great grandma. Oh, Kathy. Yeah, but that's cute too. Grandma. It's so fun. Anyway, okay. So remember, my pages are my base pages, 9 by 6.5. I prefer to go a 1/2 inch bigger all around. So I'm going to do 10 by 7 for my front and back cover. Okay. The other thing that I do, this is on my trimmer. This is my regular blade that I'm using right now until it wears out, but that I use on paper. I'm going to set this aside. What I have is a whole bunch of, when they wear out on paper and I put a new blade in, I keep them because I use them for chipboard. Tip for you. That's what I do. So let me grab one of my chipboard. Oh, look, I have a whole other thing of magnets just stuck to stuff. I'm telling you, I buy like 3 or 4 packs at a time because I go through them a lot. And I don't want to run out. Okay. So typically, although I'm bad this time, let me do this. I do this. I'll take a piece of whatever, washi, whatever you got. Let me just do this real quick. And I will, so that I don't get it confused, I will just mark it. So now I've got a little piece of tape, So I do that. And anyways, these are my chipboard. And if that comes undone, I'll put a piece of washi, whatever. Just some way to identify it. But I'm usually pretty good when I take off the one that's for paper. I set it over, to this side. I use my chipboard one, and I have a little container, and I put my chipboard one back. All right. So what did I say? I said 9.5 by 7. So I'm going to cut 7 first with my chipboard cutter. Now, if you have one of those fancy schmancy, what are they called? Rotary blades, or, some of those really cool trimmers, you wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, which is multiple times, right? Oh, yeah. You have a separate one for magnet, but never thought about, yeah. And like I said, it's when they're not good for paper anymore, they get a little old. They work great for chipboard because who cares? They just cut through the chipboard. See? All right. So I save all my chipboard. And the reason why is because, again, I can cut this, use it for a swing tab. Sometimes I just want to put sticker ephemera, whatever. I mean, obviously over paper, and it's a heavy duty embellishment. So I love keeping all my chipboard, all of it. All right. So obviously this is a good piece. I'll set that one aside. So we've done 7. Now we need to do 9.5. So again, I'm just doing a 1/2 inch larger than my base pages all the way around. That is what I do. Now, here's another tip if you're interested. This piece right here that we just cut off might be wide enough for our hinge. I got to think about it, but it's certainly the same height. See? So this piece is 2.5. For mine, since I have quite a few interactions, I don't think 2.5 is going to work. I think I'm going to want it slightly bigger. However, I would definitely still keep this piece. And if you ever do the height of, 7, which that's very common for me, this could be used for another album as a hinge. So I always keep those. All right. So there's like either my front or back, whatever. Now I'm going to do it again, and then we'll cut the hinge. The other thing you want to think about, or at least I do, because again, I forget and have to think about it sometimes too late, is what are we going to do for the closure of the album, right? What are we thinking, And I got to be honest, that is one that I struggle with a bit, okay? I mean, I can design interactions till the cows come home, and all this other stuff, but I don't know. I think I get intimidated for some reason with closures on mini albums. Now I do them, but I just think I could do a better job and be a little bit more creative. So maybe on this one, I'll challenge myself a little bit better. But you want to think about that pretty early on when you're putting this stuff together, because is it something where you're going to have to put something on it before you mat and, or before you put paper, so you need to think about the order of things. And sometimes I forget that. Again, this would be perfect for a hinge on another one. Okay. All right. So we got front and back, and now let's do our spine, I should say, not hinge, our spine. So we need it to be 7 inches tall, and instead of 2.5, I'm going to do, I'm going to think for just a minute, and I'll show you how I figured this out. 7. Okay, yeah, I want 7. I hope I'm not boring you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. I really appreciate it. It does help me. Okay, there you go. Now, here's how I'm going to think about it. Again, I got 5 pages, okay? And mine are going to be pretty chunky by the time I put all my paper on, put embellishments, put pictures, blah, 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 blah. So I think it's a guessing game for me a little bit. I'm going to go with 3 inches on this one. A lot of times for me, I use 2 3/4, but you just got to make a decision. Now, this is another nice size hinge that's going to be the leftover if you were to do a smaller one, So there you go. There we go. All right. So we're done cutting at least the chipboard. Well, maybe, because think about it. Okay. Here's our book, right? And when we, close it, it'd be like that. Now, if you wanted, let's say, another, like whatever closure, if you wanted, let's say, another piece of chipboard to go over something, I mean, you would want to do it now and cut your chipboard. I'm not. I'm just going to keep it like this. I don't even know if that makes sense. But what I am going to do is move my chipboard blade and put back in my paper one. Okay. So that's where I'm at. And this is where a couple decisions have to be made for me. A lot of times I have covered my chipboard with like cardstock. For example, the white cardstock. My base pages are white or whatever. But a lot of times, and if I cover it with white cardstock, then what I'll do is just mat it with the design paper, okay, or pattern paper. But a lot of times, instead of even using the white cardstock, I'll use the pattern paper and cover the whole thing. So it's really a personal choice on the look that you're looking for, you know? So that's something to think about. And I haven't really decided quite yet. So while I'm thinking about it, since I have to put tape along this anyway, um, I will think about it. If that makes sense. Let me think here. I'm going to turn it this way. So what's going to happen is the brown craft side is what's going to be adhered fully to the full paper that I'll wrap on top of here. Does that make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. So because of that, I'm going to put double-sided tape on all these pieces. And the way I overdo it, I know I do, but ooh, again, if I want my, I'm going to put a lot of work goes into a mini album. I'm going to, do the best I can and make it as secure as I can. You guys, I'm so sorry. This is probably really super boring. And we've been on for almost an hour, so we probably won't stay on too much longer, but at least, hopefully some of these tips will help some of you, especially if you're new to making mini albums. They're a lot of fun. They really are. And I think they're such a great gift, for anyone. I mean, really, anyone, a parent, someone getting married, an anniversary, a grandparent. I mean, a summer one just to keep, your or whatever, Christmas, any holiday. So they're just fun, So anyway, I'll just go ahead and I'll do the perimeter first. That's how I do it. Now, when I wrap my paper, I do go overboard because not only do I have the tape down, but like I did before, I will use wet glue as well. It's just extra security, and it gives me just slightly a little bit of wiggle room. Oh, good, Nettie. I do too. They're fun. They're versatile. You could I like making folios, which is really a mini album, but it's shaped differently, so those are fun too. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can use your, I just recently got the cinch, and oh my God, I've been having so much fun with that thing. And I've made some, I'll show you one. I think I did a project share, but I mean, this would be considered kind of like a mini album. It's just cinch, right? I didn't make a spine or hinge, and it's lovely, right? And I just did, my whole thing is chipboard though. I did chipboard pages, and I did different shapes of pages. I didn't really do interactions. I wanted to all be pictures, but you see what I'm saying? It's everything is so versatile. I mean, you can do so much with it, right? So there's that. Oh, thanks. All right. So then what I do is I go ahead and put strips this way as well. You probably wouldn't have to, especially if you're going to be using glue like I use. So you don't have to go as overboard as I do. I've gotten better. Now, you can buy, I think scrapbook.com has it, and it's either score tape or they have their own brand as well, like sheets or rolls where you could just cover the whole thing. That's kind of nice. I haven't tried any of that or bought any of that, but I'm sure it's awesome. I've seen other people use it. I have no idea about the cost on that. Should look into that. I don't mind using this tape though. I think it's to me, it's kind of relaxing laying the tape down. I don't know why. So that one's done. Then this one, again, the paper's going to go on this side. The hinge will be going on this side. I'll do that later in my process. But for now, I'm just going to go around the perimeter, same exact thing that I just did. I don't know about where you guys are, but it is so humid. I think we have bad storms coming in. And you guys, we've had all kinds of flood warnings, and we don't need that because I think most of we've just experienced the worst national disaster our state has ever seen with all the flooding. And yeah, we certainly don't need any more. But yeah, I think there's some bad storms coming in. I'm more worried about tornadoes than anything else. But I'm going to be at my mom and dad's house. And when I was 7 years old, our house was demolished. We were in it. My brothers, my mom, and I. Entire house was blown away. We were in the basement, and they had to dig us out. afterwards. But my parents built in the exact same spot. They're like, what are the odds it's going to strike twice on us, right? So, yeah, I'm going to be at their house. I'll feel safe in the basement. You bought some, but have not used the sheet. Oh, I'm excited to know about that. Nettie, let us know. Because I really am. I'm curious about that. I'm sure they're awesome. Did you buy the score tape, like the brand score tape sheets, or did you buy like the scrapbook.com brand? I don't even know what other brands there are. But yeah, that's cool. Curious how you like it. I'm worried I'll mess it up when I'm trying to lay it down, but I don't know. It's probably not that hard. Sandra, I know, was terrible, right? Tornadoes are scary. It was a huge one. Did a lot of destruction for sure. Yeah, and I'll never forget. I was young. I was in first grade. And I'm telling you what, it was like yesterday, and I'm old. The smell, I walked home from school with my oldest brother, and that was like at 3 o'clock. And the clouds were so weird. It was almost like there was a greenish tint. I mean, I really do remember this, you guys. And the smell, even before the tornado, was just really weird. I don't know how to describe it, but if I smelled it again, I would know it. It's an unusual smell. And then the tape is okay, but not great, but holds. Oh, interesting. Okay, scrapbook.com score tape and okay, thanks. But anyway, after the tornado hits and is gone, there's a different smell of all the debris and the wet debris. It's crazy, all the trees and everything down. So yeah, I hope we don't have any tornadoes today. Keep an eye on Omaha, Nebraska if you look online. No, it's very humid. It kind of feels like it could be a day where we might, but it may just be thunderstorms. We just don't need the rain right now. We don't need flooding. So Nettie, yeah, thanks for letting us know on that. Was it pretty expensive? I haven't even looked at prices or anything on that. The sheets. I'm just curious if it was expensive. I'm not going to lie. I buy this at Tuesday morning and I love this tape. Now, I used to always use the brand score tape and it's fantastic. Never would say a bad word about it. It's pretty darn expensive. Is this as good as score tape? No, but it's pretty dang good. And when I also put my art glitter glue, my liquid glue on top of it, I have no problems. So just another tip. I mean, that's, what is working for me. Sticky sheets are great. They are like, oh, it was you. Was it you, Debbie? Wait, okay. Wait, Debbie too. Sticky sheets are great. They are like super, super tiny, sticky. Oh, all over the sheet. Oh, okay. Okay. Xyron. Okay, that's good to know, Debbie. And it was cheap. Okay, well, great to know. I'm going to have to try it then, just to try it. It would be a lot faster than what I'm doing, right? Again, I don't mind. It's kind of relaxing, but still, it would be a lot faster, especially if I'm kind of showing you guys. It's pretty boring watching me do this over and over, but yeah. So there you go. Oh, I think I just heard thunder. Yeah. We're going to have some storms. I can feel it. It's so humid out. I hate the humidity. All right, so we're done with that. And again, this is going to be where I put the full paper over to cover it. Like I'm going to put the paper down, I'll smack this dab down, and then the paper will fold over, if that makes any sense. And I've done tutorials on how to cover chipboard. It's really easy, not hard at all. Again, I have to make a decision on whether or not I'm going to use white cardstock and then matte with my pretty paper, or if I'm just going to wrap the whole thing in the pretty paper. And I'm having a really hard time deciding, to be honest with you. I don't know which way I want to go. So something I got to think about for sure. So here we go. This is where we're at. I hate to let you guys go, but it has been a little bit over an hour. And, I got to go check on the weather. Get ready to go to my mom and dad's later. Oops, that was a message. Oh, to hubby. But I do appreciate you guys joining, and I hope you have a really good weekend. And hopefully the weather's nice where you're at. Well, thank you, Nettie. I will. Oh, I will. What? We have a basement. Thank God for basements. Um, so yeah, and hopefully the what do you call it? The tips were helpful, and I'll keep providing. You could watch all day. You're so sweet. I'll keep providing, more tips as I move along because I think it is helpful. But thanks everybody. Have a great deal. Have a great deal. Go to Tuesday morning. Hey, I think tomorrow, Sunday, Tuesday morning's having like the Tim Holtz sale. Somebody told me in my comments. Debbie, was that you? Debbie told me, I think. Yes. So just FYI on that. All right, guys, or gals, I should say, take it easy and we'll talk to everybody soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.